It's that Where My Pain music. Not just bars, this is breath behind the walls. We ain't just doing time, we finding diamonds in it. You ever see gold in a garbage heap? Watch this. Yeah, boxed in, four walls like a padded cell. Clocks broke, no tick, just the sound of hell. Name stripped, now he's just ink on a page, but behind those eyes was a caged up sage. Just a stare, but I saw that fire flick. Buried under numbers, beaten like a drumstick. World wrote him off like a glitch in the code, but I saw a diamond that still glowed bold.
Look what I found in the trash today. Who would throw him away? Throw him away. Hidden treasures that the world dismayed. Buried talents rising out of decay.
Okay, we're back. We are back for the second part of Where My Pains, Look What I Found in the Trash episode from my new location at the new prison that I'm at. Today I had one of the most, man, breathe. If you would have been there, you would. I wish we could videotape these at times. But there's a guy in here, such a bright ball of inspiration. Let me tell you what just happened. So what happened is I met him and we began to talk about the book, the Unlikely as Trans, the children's book that I wrote, that I co-wrote with Tammy, and we began to see like all these things, and it's great. Like, man, dude, like I didn't know that this was possible, right? And as we were talking, and he's now Grande has been in since he was 19 years old. He is now 47 years old, and he, like I said, he lost both of his parents last year. And then one of his quotes he said to me today, he said, "There are so many people like me hiding in the shadows because we do not have the opportunity to speak. If we were given more opportunities and chances to show you," he said, "we would succeed." These are his exact words.
That's powerful.
Yeah, right. This is the thing. So as I'm sitting there, so what was it now? Remember, the whole point about Where My Pain, Look What I Found in the Trash, is showing you the talents and the treasures that are of all the things that are inside of here that people do not get to see. So I'm sitting at this table, right, and I see him tinkering around with all these different fans and different things that he works on, right? And so he's working on these fans. So he's putting together these fans, and he created this makeshift solder gun. Right, so it's a soldering gun that basically you can put wires together and it becomes hot, right? So all of the fans, they break and they do all these things, but he's literally sitting at this table with it, and he has a bag full of fans and parts and there's nuts and bolts and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm looking at him doing it all, and I walk up to him, I'm like, "Man, what are you doing?" And he was like, "Man, this is all not just trash, man. People always just throw it away." And as soon as you said it, I said, "Man, you would not believe I have a segment about people throwing things away," and that's what sparked the conversation, right?
Wow.
So
Look at God.
yeah, so that's what I was like, oh my God. So he said, "This is what they bring me." He says, as he brought the bag of parts, the nuts and bolts, and he said, "This insignificant," this is his words. Now I'm breathing. This is his. He said, "Something so insignificant has so much significance." This is what
Mm.
he's saying, right? He's like, something so insignificant has something so significant. He said, out of nothingness, he said, scraps and junk, people just throw away. As he was taking it, right, he took he's tinkering with the fan, and he took out this string. It's a wire string, right? And he has this little tool that twists that string all of it. He's like, "Look at this." He said, "Somebody just wanted to throw this away." He said, "But you know what I'm going to do?" He said, "I'm going to take this thing that somebody just tried to throw away, this string. This is a wire string, right? And he twisted. He said, "This wire string that I just twisted, right?" He said, "I'm going to take this string and I'm going to put it into that fan over there." He said, "People just threw this away, but now I'm going to take this string and I'm going to put it into that fan because somebody needs this fan. Somebody needs to feel cool. If this fan has use, so does this string. This string has use." right? So as the string has use, the sand has use, people were just throwing away, but not what nobody understood how much value actually came out of what they were just throwing away, right? So he said, so as I'm sitting up there watching him, he said, nothing should be thrown away that has the possibility. This is what he said, Bree. He said, nothing should be thrown away that has the possibility of being returned to its intended working position, right?
Mm.
Intended. Yes. I'm listening to this guy. I'm like, man, dude, I need to put you on this phone. Is there any way that I could do a podcast with you, man? I do this podcast called Look What I Found in the Trash. He said, man, I'm not really a talker. I said, but you're giving me all
I'm
these
about to
bars.
say you got
These are bars.
gems.
You got bars, right? And he was like, man, nothing should be thrown away that should be ever thrown away that could be returned for its intended position. He said people throw us away in here all the time, man, but we have so much value, right? We are intended to do great things. But you throw us away as if we were worth nothing. He said,
Mm-hmm.
but we have so much value. He said, look at all the stuff that I do in here. Then not only that, so as he kept going, he said, "Man, you don't have to be a genius to be somebody, right? This is what I'm just going to go off of his words. He said, you don't have to be a genius to be somebody. All you have to do is just have the will to do it." He said Einstein wasn't a genius. This is his words. I'm talking for him, right? I am his median. I'm his mouthpiece right now because he didn't want to get on. But he said Einstein wasn't a genius. He created something we needed, he created it out of necessity, right? People create things out of what they need, right? When we needed electricity, somebody, basically put out the thing to make electricity. You needed these things, so you basically created a necessity, just like he's doing with the parts. People need fans. We need it's hot as hell in here, right? So therefore, you're taking the opportunity to create something out of what you need, and this is what all the prisoners are doing in here. They're creating out of necessity. He said, how much do we believe in ourselves? That's how much, right? He said, I don't have much. This is his words. I don't breathe. Man, I'm speaking for him. I know I'm just running off, but he said, I don't have much, and I don't. He said, I only have a little bit, but that little bit that I do have, I try to make it work. He said, I am a go-getter. You make it happen, not only for ourselves, but also for those around me, right? These are his. He's showing me the piece of wire. He said, Brown, look, watch it. Look, as I keep twisting it. He said, I make this heat. I make it heat up, right? But this heat is a representation of the passion that I have inside of myself, right? These are his words. So I'm in awe as I'm listening to him go. I'm just, man, breathing. Today was a good day for me because all of
Oh.
the guys that are around him, all of the guys that are around me right now are
Mm-hmm.
all like Grande. Most of the guys
Wow.
that are around me right now
Wow.
are serving life,
That's a
right?
really,
They're all lifers.
I don't
That's just
mean to
all.
say like
Go ahead, go
fresh
ahead.
breath of air, but coming from where you were to, and it's not in circumstances that seem so detrimental, and that
Yes,
seem like very heavy, but like you said, you all have to find that light, and you're finding it just in human connection.
yes,
Like
and you can
conversation
be
like that is
yes,
very meaningful. It's not something that didn't mean
yep,
anything to you. That, like you said, it was almost a gift, a gift to you to have that today.
yes, 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 and that's why I needed to come to this prison, Breland. I needed to come. I needed to be here today. I needed to hear this story. I need to hear all the stories that are walking around me right now, because all of the guys that are around me, like it's like 80, more than 80% are lifers, or their life without paroles. So therefore, they're not going home. You know, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it, and that's the reality. So now you're buried without a voice, and that's why he keeps looking at me saying, like, man, like you can be my voice, right? Like you can talk, like, man, dude, like then, oh, Bree, he said this. Look, check this out. He said, I've been told. He said, well, no, he talked about a vision he had, right? He started saying that he had a vision. He said that all the people that have helped me out, he had a dream that all the people that have helped him throughout his time in here, he said he dreamed about all the people were coming together and they were building a machine. Now, Juan Grande, he had cancer, right? He
Mm.
had cancer, so he had been fighting with chemo. right? And he said that he had a vision that all the people came together, all the people that had been with him on his journey. They were building the machine together, and all of the men that were building this, that they were all from the prison, right? And he said that they were building a machine that was going to cure a disease that was so important that would change the world,
Wow.
right? He's like DJ, so he's basically saying all of the people that were in prison with him were creating something that was going to change the world. And I'm just
Mhm.
looking at him, and I'm literally speechless because he has a thick accent, like, and he just, oh man. And I just like, he said the sky is the limit. This is another thing he said. He said the sky is the limit. He said, I believe our mind and our brain is indefinite. He said, how much you, oh, this is another bar that he said. I had to write this down. I put it in highlight. How much you succeed. How much you succeed is based on how much do you really want it. He said, based on how much you want it is how far you're going to get, right? How much you succeed is based on what you actually want, right? So basically, you put your mind to whatever you want, right? You're going to continue to go after it. And here, he said the sky is the limit, right? But then it's to the point, but he knows that they create the limit, which is the sky. That's what he's basically saying. He's like, man, listen, until people like you come around, right? And then we don't have a voice. He said that
Mhm.
we don't because we don't have a resource. We don't
Right.
have a channel. We don't have none of that. He said we're just
Mhm.
here, right? But then people like me, that the only reason why I have a resource is because of you, because I have a child. I have people that care. I have people that love me. These people that have
Mhm.
been here. Think about the people that died off. If you've been
Mhm.
in, if you have been in here for 30 plus years and 40 plus years, the people that you cared for you have either died or they went on or whatever. It's a wrap,
Right.
right? So we have to, and this is my purpose. This is my mission. This is the Where My Pain mission. We are now creating a platform for people to be able to continue to be heard, regardless. Right, so therefore, if you can't be seen, if you can't be heard, then let me get out there and make sure that the people can hear you or see you. Right? He created a comic book, Breland. He created an anime comic book that is so, oh man, it's so beautiful. It's called From Dead by Dawn, right?
Mm.
And as I'm it's like an anime. It's a full book. It's a full book that is all with all the pretty colors, the drawings, you know. Oh man, dude, he's amazing. Like this guy is totally amazing. And but this is what's in here.
They're hiding a
This
lot
is
of
what's in
talent
here.
in there. Hiding a lot of
That's what I'm
light.
saying. He said, but then, and this is, I'm gonna kill it off on this one because I know I've been jumping, but I just had to get his language
Absolutely.
out. He said, I've been told so much that you are never going to do this or you're never going to do that. He said, how far are you going to go? He said, purpose is the main thing. The main thing is to never give up. This is his words. This is Juan Grande's words. He said, never give up. Never say that you can't or it's over. I never said that it was over. Yes, I got into some situations while I've been in, right? But he said, but you have to understand that was not me giving up. That was just me trying to figure it out. He said, you
Mhm.
can never know how far you can get until you try it. As he kept tinkering with the fan, he said, look at what just happened to this fan. Everyone was giving, oh man, this is the bar that killed it off. Everyone was giving up on this fan, and all it needed was a little bit of a wire to be soldered. This fan is
Mm.
going to give somebody some cool air. Oh my God, I fell out. I was just like, go ahead, bro. I mean, with tears in my eyes, I was looking at him with
Mm.
such amazement. I'm just like, man, dude, who are you?
Right.
You know,
Right.
like sitting up there, I'm watching him pass me by right now, and he's just, man, this, like when
Hey,
I say,
boy.
yeah, man, like when I say that this is, we're doing the way we're recording right now, Grande. So I'm telling them all about you and my daughter about you. But this man is man, this guy is he is the truth.
He's a light.
You're not just another human. You're this guy that's on the top of the hill that came out of from somewhere, fell out of the sky somewhere. I know you're gonna disappear by tomorrow. Nah, man, you're not a simple guy, bro. Man, I appreciate you for today, man.
Far
No,
from
no, I'm not.
simple.
That's you. That's you. That's you, bro. Hey, man, this was. Look what I found in the trash. We're My Pain podcast. Breland, thank you so much for
Of
being here
course,
today.
Dad. Thank
Thank
you.
you. He's
Thank you for
showing me.
sharing that with
He's
me.
showing me. I know he's showing me this picture right now. That is so cool. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Oh, Breland, wait till I send you these.
Oh, I would love to see it.
Anyway, this is what Where My Pain is all about.
Hearing the
Hey, thank you guys,
stories.
man. Please,
It's good
please
to hear
follow.
from Juan.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, these are amazing, Breland. All right, I love you, babe.
I love you too. Tell Juan I said
All
have a
right.
good evening.
He says, my daughter said, have a good evening, Juan. All right. He said, likewise, baby. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Hey, look what I found in the trash. Where My Pain. I'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Yeah, that's where my pain. Where broken ain't the end, it's the beginning. Where throwaways become masterpieces. We don't just survive in here, we shine in spite of it. You hear that? That's the sound of somebody they tried to bury. Still breathing.